Hello, hello, it's time for another episode of Sentinels of the Multiverse. Today, we have good news and bad news. The good news is we have finally dealt with Citizen Dawn. The bad news is Warlord Voss has a fair number of minions of his own he's bringing to the table. So once again, we're doing this on Ultimate. And this is my first time with Voss on Ultimate, and it looks like not too much different than normal. He pops out a few minions, and if he's got 10 or more, we lose. Reduce damage by 2 for each minion in play. And we reduce damage by 1. Oof. So we'd like some irreducible damage. And when he flips, he plays a card. It's not too bad. Reduce damage by 1. Okay, not great. Playing more cards. It just seems like he plays a lot more. Let's think about our hero team. So, I was originally planning on putting Skyscraper in, but it turns out Skyscraper is not his nemesis. I thought she was his nemesis as well as Tempest, but it's just Tempest. But Skyscraper's got some good AoE stuff. Now, for a bit of deck control, I think I want to bring Parse in, and she can do some irreducible stuff as well. And let's see, who else is a good choice here? So I can do a fair amount of damage. Tank a fair amount. You know, I'm thinking we bring in the Naturalist. That's right, we're going to be doing 4 heroes this time. And let's head into the past, Silver Gulch. This is the order I want to do it in. No, I think I want the Naturalist after Tempest. And I want Parse before Skyscraper. And you know what? I think that's going to go out pretty well for us. So let's go stop Voss from invading in the Old West. Ah, the puny being who escaped me on Volnil Prime. Ready for your shackles? You should not ruin this planet the way you did my home. Your tyranny ends here. So he's getting out his minions. Always starting off with a guard. That's less great, but we can deal with it. Now most all of his minions have only 3 HP, which is at least a little better than not Expatriate. Expatriate's mother. But still, fair amount of damage. Let's see. How do we want to open with? We could remove one. We could remove one, but that's not going to do any damage from him because he's going to be reducing everything by 10 at the moment. Or we could take less damage. I think let's kill off the guard. Yay. So, well, we'll get back to him before, but the Naturalist, his main gimmick is he's got 3 animal forms he can take. The rhino, the crocodile, or the gazelle? Shoot, I've forgotten. I think for this one, we're going to be going with the rhino. Yeah, so we can at least tank for now. And let's find that rhino form. Parse is a really good character for deck control. We can start boosting that. Her power is she does 1 target, 2 projectile damage. As much as I want this card, Syntactic Analysis, which allows me to have a character play out 2 cards, I think we'll save Segmentation Faults. That gives us the power to discard a card and destroy an ongoing or environment card. Could be useful later. But Critical Multiplier is going to let us increase our damage, or someone's damage, every time we discard. I think we want to build that up. Who do we want to hurt a little? Each target 2, highest 2, lowest 2, highest 2. I think we want to get rid of the Psy Weaver, because all in all he's doing the most. Skyscraper. She has a bit of a gimmick where she can change sizes. In her normal form, draw 2 cards. Tiny form, I can play some link cards and bring them back. Giant form, I just damage everything. See, I don't really like hurting myself. Let's put Proportionist out there. Proportionist means, well, when I get big, I do every non-hero 1 melee. When I go small, I draw a card. We'll just keep that on there while I make more decisions next time. The water trout comes out, and oh look, there's forced deployment. Everyone's taking their damage. Forced deployment isn't a huge issue. Now Tempest, he's a lightning guy. A little bit of weather control. Each hero 1 projectile damage. With Voss's reducing damage by 1, that's not doing much until we can get some boosts in there. I don't know if he's gonna get it. So I think he's actually gonna start moving into defense. Or support, I should say. Forced deployment is a minor issue. When that's destroyed, all the minions come back into play. He's only got 1 minion now. That's not a great one. And it's better to see it sooner rather than later. Oh. You know, I've never really used the Naturalist Crocodile form. I find the Rhino is better, as it's a very tanky form, or the Gazelle for support and dealing with the environment. But you know, the Crocodile might be useful here. Not at the moment though, because at the end of this turn, force deployment is going to activate, and anything I get rid of now is just going to come right back. So I just kind of have to live with that. I want to put out Snap Decision. That'll let me discard a card at the start of my turn to play an extra card, and that discard is going to set off the critical multiplier. I can get tiny, and I can pull out some link cards. But the link cards I'm looking for... Cortex Hyperstimulator is going to be going on to Voss, just to reduce some of his damage a bit. But the Aggression Modulator, those are the ones I'm going to be looking for later, once we get some different things out from the environment deck. I have to be able to do damage first before I can make use of that. You know, honestly, I'm not too thrilled about my options to play here, so I guess we're just attaching the Hyperstimulator now. Oh, sustain the portal. More time shenanigans. Discard cards, send them into the discard pile. Send environment cards in the discard pile. And then everybody takes 2 damage. Ain't too bothered by that. See, that got destroyed. Those 2 came back, and oh boy. Okay, so, yeah, he's a bit of a problem. Don't want to reduce damage. Don't have anything that can really deal with him at the moment, so we're just gonna put him back on top of the deck. Give everybody a bit of healing. Blend into the pack is actually going to be really useful. But... being able to use an additional power, more useful now. Let's get rid of that guard. And draw 2 cards. Environmental allies. That's going to be real helpful in a couple of turns, I think, once we get some cards out of the environment deck. Now, a lot of these guys, a lot of these gunmen, are just going to be doing damage to whatever they see. But the explosives wagon is where it's at. That just deals damage to everything. Really nasty too. I should be able to buff it up and then make all the heroes immune to it. Anything I really want to play immediately? No? But I do want to get that damage bonus. It's fine. I don't need it. I should have done it. Oh well. What's on the bottom? Well, it's gonna be that, because I want Critical Multiplier in my hand, and I definitely want Reveal the Flaws. Irreducible. That is what we want. Get rid of this Psy Weaver. choke slam a dude. Yeah, that'll get rid of the Sideweaver. Play some link cards. Now let's get the microassembler on Skyscraper. That'll let us pull out whatever links I want in the future. I don't really want another... Yeah, the aggression modulator I haven't got much use to play yet. Stout barrel, so we're getting more cover for the baddies when they show up. Stout barrel also. Yep, end environment turn, play the top card of the environment deck. Temporal event happens, which brings out some timey-wimey event. In this case, another sustain the portal. Ouch. And there's Tamar back in our lives. Voss. Voss. 2 for each minion and 1 for Tamar. So he's reducing damage by 3 if I've got my math correct. Now we want some defense. Everybody heal up. Bump all damage to the Naturalist, but that's not something that's important at the moment. Let's see. Could be useful. He's got all kinds of things. He's got 2 more forced deployments in there. Oof. The stalwart. Let's get blended in the pack. Draw 2 cards. Let's get rid of that barrel. I am not quite prepared for Voss to flip right now. Alright, let's drop targeting arrow. Will increase Parse's damage. I'm pretty low. That's because the Iron Lancer. Another critical multiplier out. That's impossible shot. Tamar. And that should be enough to bring him down. No. Rip up with critical multiplier. Oh, I buffed her and then she used it with the... Yep. Ain't that me being stupid? Oh well. That could be useful later. I think we're gonna go for an incursion. See what we can find. Propulsion canister. Yeah. So put next to something, it hurts itself and something else. Irreducible. And yeah, let's put that to Voss. Okay, we'll discard a card. I think we'll discard Explosive Reveal. For another Compulsion Canister. What's coming out of the Silver Gulch? More cover. Oh, we ain't seen any gunmen lately. More damage. Localized hurricane. Well, Tempest will take more damage. I'll be able to hit some people and draw cards. No, not worth it. We'll just keep using our power for healing. Could use Shifter Strength to go through the deck, see if I can get some better stuff. But you know, another cornered beast. I think we're gonna have Voss flip this turn. Yeah, let's get rid of Gauge. Parse, let's increase your damage. Let's get 2 cards out here. Who should it be? Who should it be? Parse has a fair amount of ongoings and specials and such, but fewer damage dealing cards. Naturalist is the same, because we don't know what we're going to get and if it's going to be all that useful. I think we're going to go with Tempest, actually. Yeah, alright. So we'll get an Electrical Storm out there. Deal some damage at the start of every turn. It obviously won't, on account of the damage reduction, but so be it. Any ongoings we want to destroy? Nope. Probably should have revealed the flaws out first. Oh well. I'll get rid of the lieutenant. Now Voss is gonna flip. That means he's gonna start doing damage to our folks. 3 and 2. He's gonna play a couple cards when he does it. Skyscraper's got the second most health. So I think we're going to go into monolith form. And that's going to... yes, dog, I love you. That's going to reduce the damage to the Skyscraper by 2. And she's going to be taking all the damage. Why do I even let you have those when I'm trying to record something? Let's just hit everything, because she's just going to bounce it back to herself and then reduce it. Cyrus Hayes, we got a gunman out. He's going to be shooting at some heroes. Fantastic. You jerk. Okay, so with the gunmen, they reduce damage by cover. And Cyrus here, lowest 3 projectile. Okay, so that's going to be mostly Voss's boys. that nice. Voss flipped, played a bunch of cards, nobody took any damage. Alright, anybody giving us real issues? Yeah, let's get rid of the guard. Why not? And then, you see that? We actually did damage to Voss. Not reducing so much anymore. Sweet, another into the stratosphere. How about we start going full deer? It's a gazelle, obviously. I call it deer because I don't know. Just a habit I fell into. No, I definitely want to keep those. Buffer overflow. There's a little bit more of that deck control. Something could come out of here and I don't like it. I don't think we need that yet. I think we can work with Reveal the Flaws right now. Yeah, let's... Times the Psy Weaver. Skyscraper, I think, is going to finish it off. Now let's hit this guy. Unfortunately, we're going to hit a few of our own people. So we've cleared the board. At the cost of 2 damage to 2 of our folks. Lost in the past. That is less than fortunate. Gotta get rid of that one. We've got the guard come out again. Plus the Banshee. So lost in the past. At the end of environment turn, if there are no cards in the environment trash, the character is lost in time, game over. Start of the environment turn, put the top card of the environment trash on the bottom of the environment deck. Got a whole lot in there, so it should be fine. But I still don't really like it. But I'm okay leaving it out there for a little while longer. I'd like to get into the stratosphere back in the deck. I don't care about the Rhino. I'd like to get syntactic analysis back. Yeah, let's get more monolith. More healing. No, and in fact, I don't think I ever want to do that. Having 2 powers far more valuable to me. Targets 2 melee. That'll be enough to get rid of those. Don't have any ongoings I want to destroy. Gain some HP and... Won't use the second power this time around. Nope, no discarding this time. One hero may use a power. Well, they're still being reduced. That is not all that valuable at the moment. So I think we're just going to put the buffer overflow into play. Hit Voss a bit. Destroy. Nope, nothing letting me destroy environments at the moment with her. So we'll just hit Voss. Drop the reveal. And go into defense mode. Sheriff Pratt. I don't mind Sheriff Pratt. He'll target basically anything that's not a hero. No, I'm okay with the Frost Hound coming out. It's just damage. And the soldier. I'm okay with that too. There we go, another turn, no damage. Shielding Winds could be helpful in case a big thing comes out. I'm going to be saving Flash Flood. Okay, let's heal some folks up. Only person needs healing now really is Parse, so I think I'd be going back to offensive mode. I am... Yeah, let's look at Voss and Silver Gulch. Okay. Explosive wagons, you can go on top. Force deployment, you can go on top. And I would very much like to get rid of Grand Warlord Voss. And it doesn't really matter. Alright. We'll destroy the soldier. We'll destroy the beast. We'll keep up with that. And we will syntactic Tempest again. Oh, that is a bit inconvenient. Already got Shielding Winds in play, so that's just going to go into our hand. So, fortunately we were able to get rid of another forced deployment without it coming into play, because that would not have been fun. You still got one in there, though. Most likely, if I see it, I'm going to be dropping the buffer overload on it. There's some other cards in here that I'm likely to use that on as well. Conqueror, Stalwart. maybe the quark drive, but more likely the ships. Still got nothing for those right now. I'm waiting for one of the explosive wagons to come out. I think I'm gonna be okay. Won't even go defense this time. But we'll hit some folks. So we took a fair bit of damage that time around. And I mean, we're getting lightning thrown around, so let's make it lightning. Not ready for that yet. So I'll just drop another cleansing downpour, because what else am I going to do? Heal some folks up. Throw that in there. Get rid of those boys. I could get some more card draw, actually. I think a bit of card draw might be in order for Parse. Increased damage to things coming out. I mean, that's pretty good against Voss. The trouble is, I want to keep all of these cards. And Impossible Sot is probably the least useful one at the moment. Get me some healing, could get me some damage. And let's make everything irreducible. Hit Voss for 5. Get rid of him. We will get rid of Proportionist because it is limited. And get the Monolith back out there. Won't use a power though. So Pratt's gonna shoot at Tyler Hayes, which is not great. Hayes is gonna shoot at everybody. I'm okay with the soldier coming out. And I'm okay with the Lancer coming out. want to do here. I think I'm going to drop the cyclone on here. And do some healing for those who are hurt. More damage. Draw 4 cards. Correct some ongoing. No, I think I still want the environment to take damage. Tricky choice, tricky choice. No, environment's doing okay for me right now. Less damage is alright. Get some card draw to Parse. And his max is 29, right? Yep. I don't really want to destroy any of those, so... let's get rid of Gauge. Put another buffer overflow out. And any powers we want to use particularly? Not really. Let's reveal the flaws. Another 5 damage to Voss. We're getting him pretty darn low now. Now I forgot to put that on here for the explosives wagon. Get rid of the micro assembler. Let's throw another hyper stimulator onto Voss. Environment's going crazy. I'm okay with that. Yes, I do. Goodbye. I guess I'm okay with it coming out. Gonna have to be. Gonna have to be. We got some damage going around for everybody. Losing a lot of our environment support, but it is what it is. Okay, so for the Vicious Cyclone, I can now discard some stuff to damage others. And I'll get rid of some of these cards I don't particularly like. On the Gene-Bound Shackles. I'll make him hit harder next turn, if there is going to be a next turn. There might not be. It is highly likely there won't be. Might as well give Parse some card draw. I think this is gonna be just about the end of it. So when the explosive wagon goes off, it does the 2 damage and then another 2 damage to everybody. But us heroes were immune to that. Get rid of that. Increase Parse's next damage. So we can play critical multiplier. We'll play recompile, because it's not going to matter now. Make it Parse every turn this turn. I probably had enough to beat him before, but you know, it doesn't hurt to make sure. Once you get those critical multipliers out, damage can really ramp up, which is very, very nice. And there we go. Grand Warlord Voss has fallen. A lot of minions, but oh man, so much easier than Dawn. And you know, I don't think any of our heroes really got too badly hurt except Parse. And thanks to our good friend... Wow, I've completely forgotten everyone's name immediately. There's my brain for you. But we were able to keep everybody mostly healed up. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Sentinels of the Multiverse.